Yeah, because he was in that shop after he won Bristol, and we all went back to the shop that night. And there's a picture of him sitting on that little go-kart we had growing up that we raced in a field there beside the shop. And the whole family, we all had our picture made together.
When he was running sportsman cars, him and Mike was on the road, and this was probably a year or two, probably in 77, maybe 78, probably 77, and he bought this big bottle of champagne. And he put it in the refrigerator in the shop. And he said, when I win my first race in Winston Cup, we're going to open this bottle of champagne. And that bottle of champagne stayed in that refrigerator for that year or two. And like Kay said, after that Bristol race, all 5 of us kids and Mama and Teresa and a friend of ours, Connie Goodman, she came and made the pictures, and the go-kart that Daddy had built was in there. Dale had a pool table in there. Anyway, he popped that top on that champagne, and we had plastic cups, and he poured us all a cup of champagne and made a toast to his first he made us a toast to that first win. He got on that go-kart. He was a little long-legged for it, but he got on it.
Oh, yeah, it was a cute picture, really cute picture.
It's some good pictures because all 5 of us were together, and that was awesome.
And Mom. Yeah.
And we were all young, a lot younger.
Quite a bit.
The champagne was nasty, but it wasn't the best champagne. I don't know what.
Might have been old.
I don't know what truck stop they bought it at. But that's a wonderful memory. I still run across that picture. I posted on Facebook on a regular basis, I think, because it is such a good picture of all of us and such a great memory. I'm glad you thought to bring that up.
Yep. I was picturing it because my hair was really curly and I didn't like it. Permanent.
And when I look at that picture, I don't even notice that. I just notice how pretty you are.
Oh, well, thank you. I was not at that first race when he won
You
at
weren't.
Bristol.
We packed up all the kids and went to the infield at Bristol. Mama, me, and my kids went to Bristol, and it's just at that time it was a typical racetrack experience for us because that's what we were used to, going to a short track, being in the infield, tailgating as you talk about it now, packing sandwiches and drinks, and you don't go to if you go to the concession stand, that's a big deal because you take your own food. And again, even thinking he might win that race we went every week thinking he could win, or let's pray that he will win. But still in the back of your mind, you think if he's going to win, it's going to be, a long shot maybe. But then when it got close and when he won, it was such an adrenaline rush. It was just so exciting. And the fact that we were right there in Victory Lane, and when Mother got to go up into Victory Lane with him, and I've actually got a picture kissing him on the cheek at my house. And, it's just a memory you won't ever forget. It's something that might make me cry right now, just remembering that, because Kay and I have talked about some of these memories, and it's all kind of a blur. But then you think about one special time, and it becomes just as vivid as today is. And that Bristol win was big. That was probably
certain things jump out. And we tried to go to as many of the races as we could that first year and the second year, but it became harder after.
It became harder and harder.
Well, never went to the real, like Talladega.
Danny and Sherry took Mother to a lot of races that the rest of us really didn't get to go to, because the more popular Dale got, the harder it got for us to get passes. So,
yeah, I think we relied on that a lot.
We got a lot.
Getting
we
passes.
got further down the list as far as getting a pass to get there, and it become quite pricey. So
well, it was handled differently those first couple of years, and it was easier.
It was easier the first year or two for us to be able to go, and it got harder and harder. Yeah, but Bristol was that was a phenomenal time, and then the rest was history, so to speak, after Bristol.
Well, I felt like Dale always had a lot of fans, especially local fans, but there was also those who didn't like him because he was always bumping somebody out of the way. And Mother was always coming up with an excuse as to why he did that.
And I remember saying more than once, "Oh, Dale, I can't believe you did that." That
was his style. I mean,
Dale always raced hungry. When he was racing short tracks before he started running in Winston Cup Series, until the day he passed, Dale raced hungry. And that's how I describe his racing style. People call it rough driving. People call it overly aggressive. They call it what they want to. Dale raced hungry. He raced like he had to pass and get that next position because it meant food on the table.
Well, and he wanted to win. He was always
winning was always
that was his main goal when he got out there.
That's all he knew was winning.
I think everything else went out the window, and his focus was getting to the front.
Tunnel vision, wasn't it?
One way or the other.
It was interesting how people would treat us sometimes. I don't know about Kay, but it seemed that she was talking about people that didn't like him as sisters or as family members. You'd run across people that you'd run out socially with your friends and always run. Of course, they're going to find out that or not know that you're Dale's sister, and racing will come up, and they'll start running their mouth, and they might not say something nice about Dale, but then when they find out you're Dale's sister, hey, can you get me an autograph? Even in '79, it was like that. People tended to look at him as a superstar even then because he got that kind of attention. He always had that kind of personality, even in '79, especially after he won that race at Bristol.
Yeah, it was hard to sit. It was hard to sit sometimes. Even in a restaurant or somewhere, you'd hear people strike up a conversation. And definitely not in the grandstand. You didn't want to sit near anybody. And it was hard to keep your mouth shut if, especially depending on what they were saying, if it was derogatory or, And
our daddy taught us young, you don't cause problems at the races. So we had to keep our mouth shut.
Some of the things they were saying might not be true.
Weren't true.
And you wanted to correct them.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I did.
I did. Well, of course, we're Earnhardt.
I don't know if I always did correct them.
No, but we wanted to, didn't we, honey?
Yeah.
Because Dale didn't deserve a lot of things people said about him. And in '79,
and some he may
young.
have deserved. I don't know, but
he was a rookie, and he made mistakes just like anybody else. I mean, rookies make mistakes today, and in '79, Dale made some, but he won Rookie of the Year. He won his first race, and he made an impression on a lot of people, and he kick-started a phenomenal career in '79.
Hey, if you like that video, like and comment below, and don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss another piece of Dirty Mo Media content.